Smash characters are characters, so they gotta show their character somehow, like their personality and such. This is of course mostly done with stuff like victory animations, specific animations, voice lines, and other things. Arguably, the best way for a character to show their personality is through their taunts.
Fight me.
Come on.
They've been in Smash since the very start, even though every character had only one taunt in that game, because it was mapped to the L. Nowadays we have good controllers and 3 taunts per character, up, side, and down. Generally, the developers mapped each taunt a character has to what direction on the D-pad fits it best. For example, Pac-Man's up taunt has him holding a sprite up, his side taunt has him moving from side to side, and his down taunt has him laying down on the floor. See what I mean? This isn't always the case, but it's still worth mentioning. Anyways, I wanted to rank every single taunt in Smash Ultimate. There's currently 80 fighters in the game, they all have 3 taunts, so that's 240 taunts to work with. I'll be judging them all based on how much I like them, which is determined by stuff like, is it a cool reference to something, is it a good way to actually mock your opponent, which taunts are kinda supposed to do, is the animation cool, you get the idea. I'll try not to be too biased, but rating something is of course always subjective, so that's kind of impossible. In short, I'm sorry if I call your favorite taunt hot garbage. I'll be going through most taunts relatively quickly, because even if I spend only 10 seconds on each taunt, this video would be like 40 minutes long. There will still be some taunts where I have something to say about them though, mostly with the ones I don't like. Now that that's all out of the way, let's finally start. We'll be going in order of character number, and for every character I'm rating them in the order up, then side, then down. Each taunt will also be given a rating from 0 to 10. This way we'll be able to add up everyone's score at the end to see who has the overall best and worst taunts. 9 out of 10, it sends a message. 7 out of 10. 2 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 1 out of 10. I don't like how they made Donkey Kong just a gorilla in Smash with no personality, and this taunt heavily reflects that. 7 out of 10. This one's a classic. 8 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10. This taunt was so long in Smash 4, and you couldn't cancel them until the animation was fully over, so using it basically left you wide open for a really long time. 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10, because she's doing it to him. 7 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. When you use any taunt to lose an ability, a star pops out of Kirby, but with up taunt a star always pops out of the animation. So when you use up taunt to lose an ability, 2 stars pop out. I would have liked it if it was just the 1 star, but hey, still a 7 out of 10, not bad. 6 out of 10. 9 out of 10, a pure classic.
Let's go.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I have a thing for spinning things in your hand, which Fox definitely delivers with on his side taunt. Thank you, Fox.
Come at me.
9 out of 10. 9s across the board. Fox got some solid taunts. 7 out of 10. 2 out of 10. I hate this because the voice line is cut off. It wasn't like that in Smash 4, where the voice line sounds way better. 6 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Amazing taunt. 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It would have been way lower if it didn't, you know.
Okay.
10 out of 10. My first video that really took off was a Smash 4 video from over 5 years ago, where Ness just does this taunt a lot. And a sequel to that video is currently my most watched video of all time, so I'd feel dirty for not giving this taunt a 10 out of 10. Even today, I'm still sometimes seen as the Ness okay guy. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 3 out of 10.
Come on.
8 out of 10.
Show me your moves.
11 out of 10. I don't care, this is my list. This taunt gets an 11 out of 10, and you know it deserves it. It's so good, it even changes a bit if you're looking to the left.
Show me your moves.
Yeah, there are a few more taunts that change depending on what way you're facing, but it's the most noticeable with this amazing taunt. 6 out of 10. Jigglypuff used to wink in this taunt. She doesn't do this anymore, which is a shame because it added way more personality to her, and I would have loved to see it on the higher quality models of the current Smash games. 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Sweet.
5 out of 10.
La 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 la.
4 out of 10. This taunt is super annoying, which means it's a good taunt because it's, you know, supposed to annoy you, but that doesn't stop me from not liking it. 6 out of 10.
Woohoo!
6 out of 10.
Yeah!
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Seriously, what is this? He's almost falling over? Mad menacing, bro, especially compared to your amazing side taunt. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 3 out of 10. I don't really like any of Sheik's taunts because they're all super inaccurate to Sheik's character. In The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, her debut game, she's calm, collected, and often somber because of whatever circumstances are currently at play. In Smash, she either shows off, threatens you, which is mildly amusing at best because of the sound effect, or flexes her muscles a little bit. Why didn't she have a taunt where she does a quick strum on her harp, or one where she throws a smoke bomb on the ground and then quickly disappears and reappears? Whatever, point is, her taunts are mid as hell. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 3 out of 10. I do not care for QT Zelda at all. Only in a handful of games is she actually kinda like that, which doesn't include A Link to the Past, which she's supposed to be based on in Smash.
Yes, that's Zelda from A Link to the Past.
3 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Okay, seriously, what is he doing in his up taunt? Stomping out a cigarette? Someone in my Discord server made a piece of art of that. Huh. 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Piece of cake.
8 out of 10.
Come on.
7 out of 10.
Hands off my prey.
7 out of 10. It is so weird hearing this taunt in full, because you almost always hear it like...
Hands off my... Ha! This is it.
6 out of 10.
I won't lose.
8 out of 10.
Keep your eyes open.
5 out of 10.
Come at me.
9 out of 10.
I cannot lose.
8 out of 10. 6 out of 10. This taunt would have been so much cooler if she kept the mask on, but it's whatever. 5 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Another pure classic. Yeah, I had to. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 5 out of 10.
I won't lose.
8 out of 10.
Ha!
6 out of 10. Okay, I'm gonna be real here. I really miss Japanese Marth and Roy.
守るべき者のために負けられない。
みんな、見ていてくれ。
Mainly because I grew up knowing them as Japanese speaking people. I'm 20 now and it still feels a little weird hearing them suddenly speak English.
I won't lose.
Come at me.
7 out of 10.
Come on.
4 out of 10.
I will not fail.
6 out of 10. Okay, I'm rating up and side taunt as one taunt here, because they're basically the same taunt. And they get a 4, that's kind of boring. Down taunt gets a 5 out of 10, it's a little better. 8 out of 10.
Fight me.
7 out of 10.
Come.
2 out of 10. Look at this garbage animation of the wings turning back into a cape and vice versa. It feels so unfinished, man.
Come on!
5 out of 10.
That all you got?
6 out of 10. 3 out of 10.
Who wants some?
8 out of 10.
Watch out!
8 out of 10.
Game on!
5 out of 10.
Is that all?
7 out of 10.
Try me.
4 out of 10.
You're mine.
7 out of 10. Alright, remember when I said every character has 3 taunts? I bet that while I was saying that you were screaming to your screen saying, but PJiggles, aren't you forgetting someone? You're forgetting about Wario, who has 4 taunts. And yeah, you're right, he does have 4 taunts. He has his up taunt, side taunt, down taunt, and a unique taunt he can only do while riding his bike with side special. So Wario's gonna get 4 ratings here. Maybe cheating, but whatever. 8 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. And 10 out of 10. Perfect score for being so damn unique, and also being the only taunt you can do in the air. Alright, now we get back to all characters with 3 taunts, which includes Snake. No really, he has 3 taunts. For each one of them, he does a slightly different animation while he's putting the box over him. With his up taunt, he lays one leg on the floor and then sits down at the same moment he puts the box over his head. With his side taunt, he slightly lays down on his side first, then puts the box over him with one arm. And his down taunt is basically the same as his up taunt, except that he sits down before he pulls the box fully over him. However, since they're all basically the same, I'm gonna rate them all as one taunt, like how I rated 2 of Mr. Game & Watch's taunts as the same. That being said, they all get a solid 9 out of 10. It's just an absolute classic, and you can even gimp someone with it, which is amazing.
Out of my way!
Okay, now we're finally gonna get back to every character with 3 taunts. 5 out of 10.
Prepare yourself.
4 out of 10. 8 out of 10. With Pokemon Trainer, we're of course going to rate every Pokemon separately, but we're also gonna rate the Pokemon Trainer himself, because he has his own taunts.
Alright, Squid.
6 out of 10.
Squirt, no Squid.
4 out of 10.
Yay.
6 out of 10.
Alright, Squid.
6 out of 10.
Squirt, no Squid.
7 out of 10.
Yay.
7 out of 10. I love the pose at the end.
Alright.
3 out of 10. Kinda boring. 8 out of 10. It's adorable.
Yay.
6 out of 10.
Alright.
7 out of 10. 10 out of 10. One of my favorite taunts in the game.
Yay.
9 out of 10. For me, Charizard is easily the winner here out of the Pokemon Trainer gang. 6 out of 10. 2 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 4 out of 10.
Sonic Speed!
1 out of 10. Why the hell does he not say "you're too slow" anymore like in Brawl?
You're too slow!
That was one of the best taunts ever because it's a famous line of his, and it works amazingly as a taunt. Nowadays, this is one of the worst taunts in Smash solely because of the reason that it used to be so good.
Sonic Speed!
As it is now, it gets a flat 1 out of 10.
Come on!
7 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 7 out of 10. And while it's not an official taunt, so I'm not gonna give it an official score, his crouching animation is basically a taunt in many people's hearts. So in spirit, it gets a 10 out of 10. But just in spirit though. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. This is the only one that's not a reference to anything, at least I can't think of one. Also, I found out that Olimar literally rolls over his elbow in his side taunt. Ouch. 7 out of 10. 3 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Him always being expressive as hell sure helps his rating. 10 out of 10. This is easily one of the coolest taunts in the game. I love the echo on the howl.
Are you scared?
3 out of 10. His brawl taunt was way better.
What's the matter, scared?
Also, the voice clip is way too silent. Usually you taunt after taking a stock off your opponent, which causes a loud sound effect. Mixed with the sound that the stage can make, you can barely hear this. Seriously, speak up, Wolf. 0 out of 10. This is the worst taunt in the game, I'm sorry. Seriously, what is this? This sounds like a little dog begging for food. How do you go from this to this? Congratulations, Wolf. You have one of the best and also one of the worst taunts in the game. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It's kind of a shame that this taunt is almost exactly the same as his battle entrance.
3, 2.
But that doesn't change the fact that it looks super cool.
Let's get a good stretch.
6 out of 10.
Stretch those shoulders.
6 out of 10.
Let's stretch our legs.
7 out of 10. And yes, she's British in the PAL version of this game, but she says the exact same line, so it doesn't matter. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Rosalina and Luma are a special case. I think pretty much all of Rosalina's taunts are kinda lame. Side taunt is easily the best since she's so sassy in it, even though it's very out of character for her. That being said, for up and side taunt, her score is heavily being carried by Luma's animations. And then there's down taunt. What is this? 7 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Little Mac's taunts aren't that special. I think down taunt is pretty cool, but they all get boosted a bit by the fact that Doc Lewis can chime in with some great dialogue.
Hit him, baby. Let him have it, Mac. Show him what you got, Mac, baby.
7 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 8 out of 10. You already know that this taunt is being carried by the fact that it's an actual move. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 3 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 2 out of 10. What is this? The Miis are supposed to have boring taunts since they're supposed to be blank slates for you to put whatever character you want on them. But that doesn't change the fact that their taunts are, well, boring. Even though they're kinda supposed to be.
You shall be purified.
7 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Ready when you are.
2 out of 10. I hate this taunt because of what she does with her arm. She's making the motion of flipping her hair, but she's just not. She's doing the motion of flipping her hair without actually doing it. Why? It looks really stupid. 10 out of 10. I love this taunt. I'm not even a big Namco fan, but I just love that it always plays a different sound effect. Out of all of them, this is my favorite. I really like the sound effect. 8 out of 10, it's very classic. 6 out of 10.
Let's tip the scales.
7 out of 10. I love the quote from his reveal trailer so much.
Time to tip the scales.
But he only says that with the female alt in this taunt.
Time to tip the scales.
Which is a shame, but it's still a cool animation. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta mention that for every character I'm rating the taunts from the default alt.
Prepare yourself.
7 out of 10.
You're not ready.
7 out of 10.
Now it's Sheik time.
3 out of 10. He literally never says this in Xenoblade Chronicles. It's a reference to his friend Ryan, who says,
Now it's Ryan time!
a lot, but that doesn't change the fact that for Sheik, this is very out of character for him to say.
I'm really feeling it.
8 out of 10. Yeah, it's a meme, and I hate the meme, but it's a cute reference to a line from his game.
I'm really feeling it.
I'm really feeling it.
Even though he almost never says it. Also, the animation is cool.
This is the Monado's power.
10 out of 10. This is my favorite taunt in the game. I said I would try to not be super biased, which is why there's one taunt in the game with a higher score.
Show me your moves!
But if I'm allowed to be as biased as I want, this is my absolute favorite taunt in the game.
This is the Monado's power.
It's an awesome line and also very in character for Sheik. Please play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Why in God's name does he not have the classic laugh sound effect from the NES Duck Hunt? Huge missed opportunity. 4 out of 10.
Come on.
8 out of 10.
Talk is cheap.
7 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. This is it. This is the funny meme taunt. I know you've seen this in a bunch of leaks so far. Here's a message to all leakers out there. First of all, f**k you. And second of all, if you ever take a screenshot for a Smash leak, you have to include Ken doing this taunt.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I won't even consider it a real leak.
Get serious.
9 out of 10.
Bring it on.
8 out of 10.
興味ないね.
7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 4 out of 10.
My path is clear.
3 out of 10.
I've made my choice.
3 out of 10.
Are you ready?
4 out of 10. Wow, who would have thought that the most boring character in the game would also have some of the most boring taunts in the game?
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mum.
2 out of 10. This taunt was great in Smash 4.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mum.
But because they for some reason wanted to make it way shorter in Ultimate, they crunched together the sound clip and now Bayonetta speaks super unrealistically.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mum.
She doesn't pause in between sentences, and it sounds super unnatural and forced. Like imagine if I did my videos like this. Hello everybody, I'm PJiggles and welcome back to more useless Smash facts. Did you know that Jigglypuff is pink? Wow, crazy right? Anyways, please subscribe and hit the bell and all that stuff. Thanks! Yeah, that doesn't work.
New do, dead you.
4 out of 10. The quote, "new do, dead you" is kinda lame, not gonna lie. 5 out of 10. Man, all of Bayonetta's taunts were so much longer in Smash 4, which really fit her in my opinion. They all are so much more awkward in Ultimate since they sped them all up. Downtown even got a huge part of it cut out. I really don't understand why they made her taunts so much shorter in Ultimate, since they highlighted them being super long when she was revealed in Smash 4, alongside the fact that you could cancel them, in which she was the only character in Smash 4 that could do that.
Also, there's an extremely long taunt. You can cancel it in the middle too, so you can dance if you want to.
You can universally cancel taunts in Smash Ultimate now, so what's the problem with having a long taunt? 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 8 out of 10. And then there's his down taunt, where he just stands up. And it gets a 10 out of 10 because it's hilarious. 6 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Come!
7 out of 10.
It's time!
8 out of 10, mainly because of the dumb smirk at the end. 8 out of 10.
Prepare yourself!
8 out of 10, mainly because of how much power he puts behind such a simple motion. Good job making such simple animations so great, Richter. 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10. You already know why. 7 out of 10. 3 out of 10. This is boring. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 10 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 out of 10. Okay, I'm joking. Those aren't real taunts. You get the idea though. Incineroar is crazy expressive. His down taunt is just a little weaker compared to the other two. 9 out of 10. This animation is classic. I love how the animation is actually in 2 frames, since Piranha Plants had 2-frame animations in his debut game, Super Mario Bros. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. For a potted plant, he's got some great animations.
Looking cool, Joker.
10 out of 10. Classic quote by Morgana. 8 out of 10.
Hey!
4 out of 10. Edgy and lame. This will upset some people, but for each of his taunts, we're gonna knock off 1 point. Why? Because if you have Arsene out, he does the exact same animation for all 3 taunts, which is kind of boring and disappointing. I wish he was a little more animated, especially since he's super animated in his moveset and also huge. You can do a lot with him. Which means that up taunt has a 9 out of 10, side taunt has a 7 out of 10, and down taunt has a 3 out of 10. Speaking of well animated though, 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Shoutouts to my boy for being so expressive. 5 out of 10. This is kind of weird for a taunt. It would have had a way lower score if you couldn't do this. Stand at the ledge after your opponent dies, do up taunt and quickly press start, and then... 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I had to, because of the sound effect.
Hey, come on, come on!
7 out of 10.
Stand there!
6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Let the lesson begin. Stay focused.
9 out of 10. I love both of the quotes, especially stay focused.
Try me.
And finally, 7 out of 10. And there you have it. All 241 taunts in the game ranked by me. Now that we know everyone's score, we can add up their numbers and put them all on a tier list. Whabam! Here it is, the official, unofficial taunts tier list. Wario is the clear winner here, but that's counting his 4th taunt. I don't consider this cheating since he just straight up has 4 taunts, but if you don't want to count his bike taunt, he would have 20 points and go right here. And then Ken and Fox would be tied for having the best taunts, with 27 out of 30 points each. However, I do count Wario's bike taunt, so he wins in my book. If you want to hear my in-depth thoughts about each taunt and why they get the ratings they did, I streamed me actually ranking them all. It was in 2 parts and both of them are uploaded to my 2nd channel. You can find the links for them both in the description of this video. That was a while back though, so some of the ratings have changed since then. Thanks for watching. This video took way too long to be made. And yes, I fully blame Animal Crossing for this. Anyways, I was going to film a TV commercial for my line of merch, but because of the current COVID-19 pandemic, my order of my own merch has been delayed for a while, so I don't have it yet. So I'm again just going to mention it. Check out my merch store if you're interested. Especially since if the store does well enough, not only will we be able to lower the price for everything by a bit, but we'll also be able to add something special. I heard you guys like PJiggles. if you do decide to buy something, it may take a while for it to get to you because of the global pandemic. Speaking of that, I hope you're staying inside and staying safe. Remember to wash your hands often to lower the chance of contacting it yourself, and also remember to subscribe to my channel to help against boredom that comes with the quarantine. That is, if I get another video out by the time this is all over. Curse you, Animal Crossing. Thanks again for watching. Let me know what your favorite taunt in Smash Ultimate is, I'm genuinely curious. And please have yourself a good day, or night, or birthday, or Christmas, or bunny day, or whatever. Goodbye.
Yeah!